So my name is Justin St. Pierre. I'm the Business Development Officer for the Town of Prescott. Thank you everyone for coming today to our Digital Main Street session. We'll be looking at the Digital Main Street program and what's available, especially the Digital Transformation Grant 4.0 and the Digital Adoption Grant. So I will turn things over to Elizabeth now, and she will take us through the Digital Main Street program.
Good morning. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Elizabeth. I'm the Digital Main Street Coordinator, and we're just going to go through a little overview of what we'll cover today. So we're going to go over all of the programs that Digital Main Street offers, as well as vendors, whether you're looking to apply to be a vendor or if you're looking for a vendor through your grant. We'll also go over the digital services that we offer and then our team at the end as well. So we have 3 programs currently going on. We have the Digital Transformation Grant, we have the Shop Here program, and then we have a new program, which is the Canadian Digital Adoption Program. And we'll go over these individually in more detail. So the Digital Transformation Grant, it's a $2,500 grant. The money can be put towards any digital improvements. It's going to help your business. It's available to businesses with a storefront, and it can be combined with other programs. So you could do the Digital Transformation Grant as well as the Adoption Grant, or as well as the Shop Here program. You can kind of mix them all together. So the requirements for the grant, you must have a brick and mortar location. It needs to be a registered business in Ontario or is incorporated, and it needs to be operating at the time of application. So if this is a seasonal business, you will need to apply during your open season. It is open, your business needs to be open to the public for on-site purchases, meaning they want to see that people can walk into your business and make a purchase. It can't be a business supplying digital services to other businesses, so like a digital marketing firm and things like that. However, if you do offer digital services, you can apply to be a vendor and be on the Digital Main Street website, which I will cover later on. You also can't be a franchise, not-for-profit, charity, or purely online business. Again, you have to have that storefront, and the business must be owned by an Ontario resident that is 18 years or older. Moving on to the application process of the grant. So there are a couple steps here. The first one is a digital assessment. This is a 20-minute approximately questionnaire, and it's going to assess how digital your business is. So it'll look at what kind of programs you use, what your point of sale system is like, how much of an online presence you have, things like that. And then it also is followed by a pre-approval form. It's just 10 questions, basically covering the requirements that we just went over, just to confirm that you are eligible before pushing you to the training. They want to make sure that you are going to be eligible before you invest that time. And the digital assessment and pre-approval, we can do that together. So you can contact me. I have my email on the screen there, and we can go over that together. And then once that is finished, you'll receive an email, usually like the next day, saying that you've been pre-approved, and they'll push you to the online training. So there are multiple training videos. They cover a bunch of different digital topics, digital marketing topics, things that'll help your business. Altogether, they're 2 hours. You do have to complete these videos in order to move on to the final application. But again, they're only 2 hours, and I think they provide a lot of really useful information. And then the final application is you will create your digital transformation grant or digital transformation plan for the grant. They just want to see like what you're planning to do with the grant. They want a timeline. They'll ask you for your goals and all of those things. They'll also need your all required documents, your BIN, proof of commercial property, and then they'll ask for interior and exterior photos as well. This is all done on their website. So the best way to do it is to get all of these documents all together, because if you leave the web page and come back, you're going to lose your progress. So you have to make sure you do it like all at once. And it usually takes about 30 to 60 minutes, depending on, what your plan entails. So the deadline for the grant is October 31st. So you have from now until October 31st to complete those steps that we just went over. And then you usually get your grant money fairly quickly after, and then it's better to do it earlier because then you have more time to actually use those funds. And then a couple quick things here. So those who received the grant from July 1st of 2021 to March 31st of 2022, you cannot reapply for this one, the 4.0, but those that received it before June 30th of 2021 can reapply and actually do the grant again. But if you are a part of that first one that can't apply for this round of the grant, we do have another program that you are eligible for, so you'll be able to do that one instead. Moving on to eligible costs. So these are the types of things that you can spend your grant money on. So digital marketing is one. You can hire a consultant, an agency to execute some digital marketing initiatives. Website, this is a really popular one. A lot of people seem to use their grant for this. So even if it's, redesigning a website that you already have, making it more functional, or even just creating a whole new website. Like I said, you can find vendors on the Digital Main Street website that can, create these websites for you, and you can use your grant funds for that. Software is another option. So whether that's like graphic design software, maybe you want to try Photoshop or something like that, productivity software, social media software. This could be like scheduling apps and security software as well. The only thing is it needs to be a new subscription. It can't be, covering the cost of renewing one that you've had in the past. Digital training is another option. Whether it's, an in-person class, an online class, they can cover the cost of that. And hardware is also another eligible cost, but you can only use up to $1,000 of your $2,500 for hardware. And it has to be something that you need. It can't be upgrading. So if you don't have a digital point of sale system, that's something you could purchase. Or if you have one, like for Square, for example, if you have the portable terminal and you want a more stationary one, you could purchase that in addition to the terminal that you already have. So these are just some success stories that we have from the past rounds of the grant. So Doers In, we worked with them this past year, and they were able to redesign their website. They added more features. It was much easier for people to book a stay on. It also looks beautiful. They implemented a new SEO strategy, which really helped increase their online presence, and then they increased their social media presence as well. So they did a lot of different things with the grant, and I think it really, really helped them. Katarina's Coffee Shop was another one that we worked with. They worked to optimize their branding, and they really created a huge presence on social media. They implemented an integrated inventory and financial software package just to make things a little bit smoother. And then they also launched an online ordering platform, which is incredible. Nikki's Place was another business that we worked with, and they were able to add new technology into their business practices. So we set them up with a Square point of sale system. She's now able to do like all of her sales and inventory tracking. It's all digital, and she said it improved the productivity so much. She was very happy with it. And they also increased their online presence as well. Here are just some testimonials that we got from some clients that we worked with in the past round. And then we'll move on to the next grant program. So this one is the Canadian Digital Adoption Program. It's a $2,400 grant. And the goal is to assist with the cost of adopting an e-commerce platform. And this can be like if you already have e-commerce and you want to improve it, you can do that. Or if you don't have one yet, this is a great option for you. All of the applicants are supported by a group of e-commerce advisors. And this one, like I said, can also be combined with other programs. So if you want to do the transformation grant as well as this, you can combine those both together. So the requirements for this, home-based businesses are eligible, which is great. However, you have to have at least one employee on payroll other than the owner. And they have to be either full-time or part-time, but it has to be for at least 3 months prior to your application. They need to see an e-commerce boost through the program, and they really want you to commit to maintaining a digital adoption strategy for 6 months after participating in the program. So they want to see, they want to see you continue to grow after the program is complete. Here's a list of ineligible businesses for this grant. So wholesalers, corporate chains, franchises, charities, multi-level marketing, and real estate are all unfortunately ineligible for this grant program. And then we'll go over the eligible costs for this. So any costs related to e-commerce, so if that's a online reservation tool, online ordering, electronic payments, all of those things are eligible. Any e-commerce software, this can be like inventory tracking, product databases, sales tracking, loyalty programs, hardware, and accompanying software. So this one's a bit different than the other grant. You can only use up to 20% of the total grant amount for hardware. The big purpose of this one is to really invest in that e-commerce and digitize all of those things related to it. Costs related to SEO are eligible, which is great. Having a good SEO strategy is incredibly important for any business, especially an online business. Costs related to the installation of an e-commerce platform. So this is, like your subscription fee to the website platform, any costs that come up during that process. This one's also really great, costs of social media advertising. So if you want to do, some Instagram ads or some Facebook ads, that can be covered by this program. Social media ads can really go a long way. So I think they're a really great investment. And then of course, digital marketing in general, and the development of a new e-commerce website, or like I said, upgrading your current site. Moving on to the Shop Here program. This one's also very focused on building a website. So it creates online stores for independent small businesses and artists at no cost. So you'll get a free customized website, which is awesome. It helps you create and configure your online store. So you work one-on-one with a Shop Here advisor, and you get to be included in the process of creating your store or your website, but you don't have to do like the actual designing and coding and all of those things. That's done with your one-on-one support, but you are involved in the process just to make sure that it's, what you want for your brand. And they also will assist you with marketing the store, and they provide training as well, because it's important that you're able to continue to update that website after the program's completed. So some of the benefits of this program, like I said, the customized online store, the one-on-one support, you get a free .ca domain. It only takes a few minutes to apply. There's only a couple questions, and then you'll be assigned an advisor. You get a 90-day free trial of Shopify. You also get some digital advertising credits, which is awesome. So you can market your new store or website online. And then there's a whole list of software discounts that you are eligible for as well. And then the eligibility for this program, you have to have under 10 full-time employees. If you're a restaurant, it's 25. You must be a registered business in Ontario. It can be a business or an artist, and home-based businesses or commercial businesses are eligible. So this is really great too. Moving on to vendors. So I mentioned earlier that if you are a digital marketing business, you aren't eligible for the grant, but you can become a vendor. So you can add your business to the directory for free. It only takes a couple minutes. They'll send you an email to confirm, and then you'll be right on the Digital Main Street website. I showed the little vendor directory here. It's alphabetical order. A lot of people that do the grant can search through here to find, somebody to maybe build them a website or create some social media posts for them, all of those things. And then again, if you're looking to hire somebody with your grant, you can use this directory as well. Moving on to digital service. So we also offer free digital service. We do consulting. This can include a digital audit, social media or branding audit. And then we always do a follow-up after just to, touch base and see how things are going. Social media, this is a big one. This is what most of our appointments are for. So it can be training on a new app or social selling setup like Instagram shop and things like that. Social media advertising, maybe you did the Shop Here program and you got some social media ad credits. We can help you, sort that out. And then scheduling app support as well. For websites, we can go over the basics of a website, adding a blog, SEO assistance, e-commerce, all of that kind of stuff. And then just some general assistance. Maybe, you're looking to learn how to edit videos or do some online training, or maybe you want to add Google My Business, or you want to add a 360 photo. All of those things we can help you with. And of course, if you need help with something that isn't on this list, I'll do my best to help you out with that as well. And then the last thing here is just meeting our team. So like I said, I'm Elizabeth. I'm the Digital Main Street Coordinator for South Grenville. So we cover Prescott, Edwardsburg Cardinal, and Augusta.
All right, well, I want to thank everyone for coming today. As I said, this will go up on our YouTube and portions of the video will go up on our social media. If you're not following us on South Grenville DSS on Facebook yet, that is where you'll find new information about the program. Feel free to contact Elizabeth at elawless@prescott.ca if you have any questions about the program. We will be coming in the fall. We will be hosting a new webinar series similar to last year, so you can stay tuned on South Grenville DSS for that. We'll have some people on to talk about different digital and this year some business topics. So look forward to seeing everyone then as well. Thank you for coming.